Hi friends, host Eric here, host Talking with Famous People, and I am making a video right now about some new information about the story with the cops and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. The City Attorney's Office, 1909. I'm going to make this call, because they didn't ever call me back today, surprisingly. So I'm going to contact them with a little bit of a not so super friendly message, I guess. This is the name of the officer who assaulted me, Patrick O'Malley. Pomona PD Officer Patrick O'Malley. It's interesting, this story here.
You have reached the City Attorney's Office for the City of Pomona. Business hours for City Hall are Monday through Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. We are closed every Friday. Please leave a brief message with your contact information and we will return your call. Please leave a message at the tone. When finished, you may hang up or press pound for additional options.
Hello, this message is from Mr. Alvarez. My name is Eric Strauss. This is the third time I've called. Talked to secretaries twice previously in hopes of getting through a message to you. I'm not sure if you've gotten the messages or not. Just for the record, I record all my phone calls of important legal matters like this, so just for the record. I'm recording this one, and I'd record it if I were talking with you as well. You have no expectation of privacy in the commission of your duties as a public official, but just in case, I want to be extra sure that you understand that I'm hereby announcing I record all my phone calls with you guys. So, anyway, I'm a little concerned. I thought I made it pretty clear that I expected you guys to call me back ASAP, put it as a priority, and you failed to do so. Now, Mr. Sandoval, the mayor of Pomona, has voiced a desire to see this contract for city attorney services revisited because you guys are costing over $1 million a year, and surely the city's legal business can be attended to with less of a investment than that. The point is, obviously I'm going to go to the budget meeting on Thursday in Pomona. I'm going to discuss the fact that the city attorney needs to be more responsive to citizenry. I'm not a Pomona resident, granted, but regardless, you are a city official who's representing the city, and what I've told you is that if you're cooperative with me and we are on the same page, I'm looking to sue this officer for $1,000 and quash his qualified immunity. I also have been looking at I found the officer's name. It's Sergeant Patrick O'Malley. And interestingly, this is not his first run-in with disregard for the law or Constitution. We see that a very well-substantiated complaint was filed against Sergeant Patrick O'Malley, Officers Joe Hernandez and Daniel Gomez in 2011. And then after that complaint was filed, lo and behold, Andres Avila was executed by another officer, probably in response to this complaint. So I just want to make it clear now to you on the phone and everybody at home who will be watching this video. I always obey the direct orders of any law enforcement officer, even if it's unlawful, because I'm not interested in any sort of physical conflict. I will always cooperate. I will never resist. And it is important that we know that if I am killed by the police in any capacity, that it was a straight-out murder. Because in no way, shape, or form am I going to respond violently to anything or aggressively at all. I am non-violent. I am not a pacifist in the sense that I do not absolutely support the no use of force in any context. There's context in which it's appropriate, but I am a absolute pacifist myself in the sense that I'm not going to be the one executing that use of force. Unless under certain very dire circumstances, like the country were being invaded by an enemy or something. I am a patriot and would take up arms in that context. I'd have to get them. I don't have any arms. I mean, that's the thing. I'm a non-violent guy. So if I am dead by the Pomona police, that means they murdered me. Since it would seem absurd to even mention this, except apparently that's what happened last time somebody complained about Sergeant Patrick O'Malley. So this Pomona Police Department, they paid the family of them $500,000. Now granted, that was for the beating. That was for a beating. That wasn't even for the murder. That one I don't think he got anything for it. Yeah. So it's important that Mr. Alvarez, call me as quickly as possible. I don't want to begin to suspect that he's in cahoots with the police department to defraud the city of their rightfully purchased legal representation. The legal representation should be focused right now on getting me satisfied, because I can be a cheap problem instead of an expensive problem. If you guys are working with me. If you're not, then you're not, and that's a problem. So call me back, 909-720-2261. I expect a call early tomorrow. If you guys continue to not call me, I'm already sending this to press outlets, to Reason Magazine and various other sources, that the LA Times, Channel 7 News. Are any of them going to pick it up? I don't know. But eventually, as this YouTube story of an individual who's doing everything right and pursuing his rights and expecting actual responsiveness from the city officials is getting none, well, it will grow in scope. So bide my words and respond to me promptly, please. Thank you. We'll see if that does any good. If they think they're going to just let this thing slide out under the rug or something like that, bullshit. Ain't no way in hell it's going to happen. So thank you all for watching, and remember, there's zero chance I'm ever going to commit suicide if I'm killed by police officers who claim I threatened them. Remember, I have not a bone of that in my body. I have no history of doing that, and I assert hereby and now that no matter how egregious the offense by a police officer against me, I will not resist or fight back at all. I will always try to comply. I state that now so that you know, if a police officer claims somehow that he had cause to kill me, he's a murderer and he's lying. Okay, so it's weird that I would even have to say that, except shockingly, last time somebody complained about this guy, who obviously has a problem with anger management, they were killed for it. Crazy, huh? But fuck you people, you're not going to kill me. And if you do, you're going to suffer the consequences for it. Unbelievable. What has happened to this country?